from Long Beach coming up. Long Beach on board with the third-place car, Michael Andretti, and he may have a problem, Danny.
Yeah, you can see right there around that tire, it looks like a little bit of rubber flapping around there. It could be that the tire's just coming apart on the inside, but he certainly doesn't seem to be slowing down.
He's on the radio with Ed Nathman. No discussion of the tire thus far. Remember last year in this race, Michael Andretti in the then new Swift chassis, very competitive, but lost 3 tires to punctures. And Michael has to be able to see that, I would think.
He would see it, but if he doesn't have a handling problem, if it's not doing anything, he doesn't want to stop under a green flag condition, put himself well back. If it's not a danger issue, he's going to keep going.
Remember, they have the pressure sensors on the wheels of these cars that Jan Beek has pointed out in the pits earlier.
And also, let's remember the inside of the tire. As I was saying, let's not forget he's got the feel of it. The inside of the track is not that important.
He goes past the pit entrance.
Bob, the crew was ready for him. They went over the wall with fresh rubber. Now they're being waved back to the right side of the wall, and Andretti stays on course. We'll see what happens the next time by.
Oh, Michael Andretti is dancing with the devil here on the streets of Long Beach. Those concrete walls will reach out and grab you.
Times are still looking good. Your times are still looking good.
This is a tough one, but Michael has to make that decision. If he feels it's dangerous, he's got to make the call. And he doesn't want to give up that spot.
Danny, on the radio, Michael says he's picked up a big push.
Well, Gary, that tire, you can see it is just going away, and it's starting to drain across the top. But he still, as Ed Nathman said, his lap times are good.
I wasn't sure if he meant times or temps. Oh, what courage from Michael Andretti. That tire could go at any moment as he runs between these walls at up to 185 miles an hour. Last lap, 106 miles an hour average, and that includes that 28-mile-an-hour hairpin turn.
Michael also is looking at the situation. He doesn't want to give up the spot. He doesn't want to lose the track position, and he's got to weigh it very carefully that he doesn't do something, the tire explodes, and then he really loses a lot of ground and a chance at no points. But as he said, the car's handling great. Why should I stop?
He goes by the white machine of Mimo Schiattarella, who's in for Roberto Moreno with Project Indy, Andreas Laberle's team. I imagine he can feel something like that through the steering wheel. Meanwhile, Gilles de Ferran remains the race leader. Jan Beekes has more on him.
Well, we spoke with Derek Walker, the team owner, and he said that we do not have enough fuel to make it on one more stop because we had the cut tire. We're now out of sequence. They also believe that Helio Castro Neves, when he pitted, he will have enough time to only make one more stop. They're hoping for yellow. They should be here on pit road in about 4 more laps for Gilles de Ferran.
Well, after what we've seen thus far, the yellow flag is a pretty safe bet. Having said that, remember this race has gone fully green 3 times, so perhaps now that the drivers have had some time to get into the rhythm, we might not see another yellow. Michael, despite that left front tire, is closing on Brian Herta for 2nd place.
And you saw something else. In front of Herta was Alex Zanardi, who had already passed him. So if we see de Ferran stop, and then they have a yellow, Alex Zanardi will get his lap back.
Here is Herta. Look at the last lap comparison. 2 miles an hour difference between Michael Andretti and Brian Herta. Meanwhile, Dario Franchitti is running just behind Michael Andretti, and that's for position as well. Franchitti closing up noticeably on Andretti now.
Michael, just be gentle, be calm on that left front tire, okay?
Just be gentle on that left front tire.
How do you do that?
Well, you just got to be careful when you turn it into a corner. Don't turn in real hard. Don't try to pitch the car. If you got a little understeer, be a little gentle on it. Like now, this right-hander coming up right here, be gentle. See, he was a little easy going in there. Same on this next right-hander.
And meanwhile, a glance in his mirrors tells him that that man, Dario Franchitti, is closing up quickly.
And Danny Sullivan, you're talking about being gentle, and that's exactly what Ed Nathman and the team are telling Michael Andretti, to be gentle. They want to try to get another 14, 15 laps out of this scenario. Going to be hold your breath time, I think.
Michael Andretti, third in points coming into this third round of the FedEx Championship Series.
Your speed is good. Just be careful in that left front.
There you see the fuel windows on the top three cars, DeFerrin, Herta, and Andretti. As you see DeFerrin's green line.
Oh, I just hit the wall.
Oh.
Well, they gambled, and obviously that tire just was worse than they thought, and it just gave up. Of course, he was going around the right-hander. Left front goes down right into the outside wall.
Mario Andretti looking on at the same pictures you're seeing. Seventh full course caution flag is out.
And the person this benefits the most, Gilles DeFerrin.
Absolutely.
He was right into his window. He'll be able to stop under yellow. Now he's got the right-hander. He's going around there, and the tire just starts to come apart. You could see it flapping around. Just came apart. Nothing he could do. At that stage, you just become a passenger.
Leader is in, Jan Bikus.
Gilles DeFerrin brings it to a stop, and there, of course, are Goodyear engineers here. We asked them about Michael Andretti. They think that when he flew through the air that the suspension bent, and that wore out the tire, so it should not be a problem for Gilles DeFerrin. He's back on the ground. Good stop for them, 15.5, and he's underway.
There's Brian Herta, who exits his pits. Just behind Dario Franchitti, there is Michael Andretti, who pushed the situation just one lap too far. We'll be back with more from Long Beach. To Long Beach, you ride with Gilles DeFerrin, shown as the race leader, running behind the Toyota Super Safety car. The laps ahead, excuse me, the cars ahead will be waved by before we go green. Michael Andretti lost a left front tire after pushing it just too far. Here's another look from overhead.
See him go, Pat. The pieces of the tire and part of the front wing just come apart. There's nothing he can do. He just slides out into the outside wall.
Well, that could have been a lot worse at the speeds they're running on Shoreline Drive.
Well, if it was further down where it was really the speed.
Listen. Down to Gary Gerald.
Ed Nathman, how much of a gamble in your mind was it to leave him out when it looked like something was unraveling in that left front?
Well, we're trying to get an idea how bad that tire was from Michael. His times were the same. He was going the same time as the leaders. At the time, we thought it would be safe. He had about 8 more laps to go. We're trying to get him to slow down when the tire blew.
Do you think that earlier contact may have bent suspension and damaged the tire?
Oh, it's very likely could have cut the tire earlier. The tire pressure gauges, the tire pressure sensors on the telemetry still show good pressure, but it could have hurt the construction when he hit DeFerrin or those other people.
All right, thanks, Ed.
Well, thank